Orlando, Florida, America's vacation destination. Home to theme parks, traffic, the Olive Garden, even the comedian Carrot Top. The City Beautiful is one of the world's most popular tourist destinations, and today it plays host to a business meeting of another kind. As a young podcaster, a spicy curmudgeon, take a brief family vacation to Isleworth Country Club to team up with the big cortado Curtis Luck and Orlando's own native son, Hammer and Hank Lebioda. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to No Laying Up's Wild World of Golf.
Thank you, Dennis. Live outside the Isleworth Country Club.
We're going to be playing a modified version of Wolf Hammer today. Standard Wasabi's, Hogan, Junkman, Sandy's, Saddam's, Bin Laden.
Hank, did you get all that? He'll do well to hold the green. Oh! Is it enough?
Partner! Take the tank!
I just feel like getting aggressive on this one.
The highest of highs and then the lowest of lows.
Hello, people. Welcome to another edition of No Laying Up's copyright-friendly Wild World of Golf. I'm your host, Dennis Piehowski. You probably didn't know that's my real name, but hopefully it has a little bit more gravitas here in the studio. We've got a tremendous match set for you today with Chris Solomon and Tron Carter playing a modified version of Wolf Hammer with young PGA Tour stars Hank Lebioda and Curtis Luck. Isleworth Country Club is one of the most prestigious golf clubs in Central Florida. The big brawny course was originally designed by Arnold Palmer and Ed Say. Of course, many people know Isleworth for its most famous former resident, Tiger Woods, and its since removed fire hydrant. But the community has also been home to Vince Carter, Morgan Freeman, Shaquille O'Neal, and a host of PGA Tour players, ranging from Bubba Watson to Stuart Appleby to Charles Howell III. Hailing from just outside Isleworth's gates are today's two competitors, Curtis Luck and Hank Lebioda, a pair of PGA Tour players with strong pedigrees in their own right. Curtis, of course, was the winner of the 2016 U.S. Amateur and the Asia Pacific Amateur, both of which earned him a spot in the Masters, where he did make the cut in 2017. The 22-year-old was also nice enough to hand down some of his exclusive Callaway Japan clothes to Tron Carter, who happens to be the same size. Hank Lebioda will round out today's foursome, and what a season it was for him last year on the Web.com Tour. This young man from Winter Park, Florida. If you're not familiar with Hank, he was a standout at Florida State, and he's made a nice transition into the pro game, locking up his PGA Tour card after a great season on the Web.com Tour last year. It's going to be a fantastic day of golf here at Isleworth Country Club, and we're proud to bring it to you with limited commercial interruptions, thanks to our partners Callaway Golf and BMW. Enough talking, let's send it down to our man on the ground, Big Randy. No one gets you closer to these players than the big guy, and he's standing by to get a word from our competitors right now and to talk about today's format. Big Randy, take it away.
Thank you, Dennis. We are live outside the Isleworth Country Club. We have our heroes for the day. We have Mr. Tron Carter, Hank Lebioda, Curtis Luck, and Chris Solomon. Chris, I'll start with you. Why don't you run us through today's format?
We're going to be playing a modified version of Wolf Hammer today. We're going to be calling it Bull Hammer in honor of this bull statue here at Isleworth Country Club. We've got a couple first-timers here. We're going to walk them through it, but it's pretty standard. Standard Wasabi's, Hogan's, Junkman, Sandy's, Saddam's, Bin Laden's, all that. Doubles if you go alone after everyone goes. Triples if you go alone after you hit. Quadruples if you go blind alone. Dollar dots played all the way through. We'll shift them in the last two holes.
Have it.
Of course.
Hank, did you get all that?
Yeah, I think so, Big Randy. May need to go back to the tape a little bit and figure it out, but we'll see. We'll figure it out.
Curtis, it's good to see you again. We last saw you in Greenville. How's your game right now? Are you excited for today?
I'm feeling methodical. I'm ready to go. So I've been working really hard on the Web.com Tour for this day to come, and finally it's here. So I'm excited just to get out and play.
And finally, Tron, how have you been, buddy?
You know what? I was okay this morning, and then I showed up and I saw Curtis had his rashie on, which means he's probably going wake surfing on some of these lakes after the golf today. So that just warmed my heart.
Well, there you have it, Dennis. It's going to be a fierce day of competition. We're all looking forward to it.
For those at home, let's break down how this game of Bullhammer will work today. It's based on the game Wolf, which most players know. The first player to tee off on each hole is the Wolf, or in this case, the Bull. They have the option to choose any of the other players as their partner for that hole, although as soon as someone hits, they are off the table. Of course, the Bull also has the option to go alone and take on the other three players solo, which multiplies all of the bets for that hole. There is a whole litany of junk dots that also go into each hole, and if a player hits the fairway and the green and makes a par or better, they get a Hogan dot. If they make par from the bunker, they get a Sandy dot. There's so much junk to keep track of in this game, and we're just going to try to explain it to you as things go along. So the stage has been set and the players are ready. Let's throw it down to the first tee with Big Randy, who is standing by. Randy?
We're determining order of play now. The Bull on the first tee.
It's easy to identify.
I'm the Bull on 11.
Curtis is the Bull. Tronald second. I'm third. Hank is fourth. We go 7 holes, straight Bullhammer, dollar dots, and then the last 2 holes, whoever's down the most becomes the Bull, and they get to set the dot amount for that hole. And then we'll reset again for the final hole. So whoever's down the most has a chance to win their money back.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Randy, you've played a lot of Wolfhammer in your day. What are these guys about to go through?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Dennis. There's a lot of nerves, a lot of uncertainty, some excitement though. I think you can win big, but at the same time you can lose big. It's really a game where stuff can flip on a dime. I'm keen to see how these players handle the ups and downs, the emotional swings today.
Okay, so Curtis Luck will be the first to play. Another wrinkle here is that the Wolf, or the Bull in this case, will be also choosing which tees the group will play on each hole. Just another bit of strategy to keep in mind for these players. And Curtis finds the fairway there with no problem at the first. Tron Carter now next to play. He's been called a generational driver of the golf ball, and we'll expect another great showing from him here today. Oh, it seems to have just caught that bunker. Now here's Chris Solomon. He's got the firepower to keep up with these tour guys, but he won't be getting many shots today, and he'll need to find some consistency. Club twirl there. He obviously loves it, and I have to believe Curtis is going to take him as his partner.
I got a partner.
Bullhammer.
Oh, it seems like our mics are picking up some early action down at the first tee.
Early hammer and an early take on the tee at number 1.
Now here's the southpaw Hank Lebioda, who will just be looking to find the fairway with his partner Tron in the bunker.
Oh, that's pretty. Ball.
And no problems doing so, and we're off. Randy, what kind of lie is Tron going to have down in that bunker?
Tron unfortunately came up about a yard shy, clearing the bunker. The good news, Dennis, is he's drawn a favorable lie here in the sand trap. The raised lip will present a bit of trouble. I think Tron has a lofted club. We'll see how he does. And the ball's away. He's cleared the lip, no problem. The contact sounded a bit fat. I believe he struck behind that ball. Yes, it's come up well short of the green.
Yeah, that looked like really shitty contact by Tron there out of that bunker. He's going to be leaning on Hank to try to make a birdie here. Let's go over to Soly in the first fairway.
It's a 56-degree wedge here for Soly. He's got about 98 yards here to the front flag. Perfect lie. Oh, he's tugged it a bit. It's working back. Oh, it's going to be just long. I think that's going to be a ticklish 2-putt there.
Yeah, not really his best there, Randy. Maybe a bit of nerves in playing with these pros.
Curtis told me before the round he and Hank hang out in heaps, and you can see their balls are 2 peas in a pod out here on the first fairway. Curtis has about 69 meters here. Again, perfect lie out here at Isleworth. Immaculate condition. Oh, he took a big beaver pelt. This looks good. Oh, very nice. He'll have about 20 feet, I believe, for his birdie.
It's important to point out here that you are going to see 2 flags on each of these greens. The Bull will choose which flag the players will be playing to. It's going to be the white flag here at the first hole.
Hank here, just a few yards in from where Curtis was. Again, perfect lie. I believe this is in the go zone. I do believe, 7 out of 10 times he should get this within that 10-foot circle.
Thanks for the read, bud.
Let's go check out this good.
Thank you, Ted.
There we go, folks. Let's head up to the green and we'll watch him putt. Tron, his distance is actually probably closer to about 45, 50 yards. Needs to get this up and down for a sandy junk man.
This is going to be a tough one here, as he is a horrendous chipper of the golf ball.
This is the distance. This is the distance I really battle.
Folks, this is, if we're being candid, this is not the strength of Tron's game. Tends to get a bit peckish over the ball.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it very lightly, Randy. This is not the shot that he wanted to face first thing today.
Oh, and I'm afraid he's caught that one fat again. He's left himself a tough up and down here for a net 4. Tron's skewed the wedge for his trusty putter.
Sorry, folks, I believe that's actually pronounced eschewed.
All right. Awesome play. Nice. Safe shot.
It's a safe play.
It's a touch of class.
Soly's just long here on number 1. He's missed his chance at a Hogan. He's gonna have a ticklish little putt up over the ridge. Oh, he's played it nicely.
Easy.
Will it hold? Oh, you can see the speed of these greens today, folks. Very zippy. You had a chance to look at this putt, Dennis. I think the main thing is going to be very quick. May fall a little bit to Hank's left.
Yes, and Curtis does seem to be heavily signaling that same thing. He'll be jolly also, as he'll be getting a great read right here.
It's on its way.
Go. Oh, it's there. It's there. Easy.
Hank cleaned up there for a clean Hogan Rambo. Par 4. Now Curtis, similar putt, very quick, moving a little bit to his left.
Oh, and this looks pretty good.
Oh, and there it is. That's a Hogan birdie.
Hammer, take.
And what a great start for Soly and Curtis. Randy, run us through it.
Soly, run me through the final dots on this first hole.
Well, it wasn't much help, but Curtis got us a hole, hammer, take, birdie, holy, Hogan, offset by Hanks, Hogan, and Rambo. So 4 dots for Team Soly and Curtis.
With 4 dots at $1 a piece, that's $4 in the pocket of Soly and Curtis after the first hole. Dennis, back to you.
Thank you, Randy. A very exciting opening hole, and very big of Curtis to set the tone early. Let's head down to the 11th, a very exciting par 3 over the water. But first, Randy, there appears to be some kind of weird statues right off the 10th green.
Folks, what you see here is Phillips Jackson's Cloister Conspiracy, a fine work of art. Some dark souls here at Isleworth.
Thank you, Randy. And just a reminder to drink plenty of water out there, big guy. I know it's a hot one down there. I guess I hope he heard that. All right, let's go to the 11th.
We're here on the box on number 11. It'll be Tron Carter's play. He has selected the Lewis tees for the group, and they will be firing at the front red flag. It's playing about 130.
Tron does get stronger the higher you get in his bag. He struggled with some of these short iron shots, but there really shouldn't be much to this one.
Oh, the ball's away. Oh, it looks really good if it's a good distance. Oh, and that will hold. Tron living dangerously, but he'll have a good look at a birdie too. Soly here. Gotten word this will be a wedge. Just a breath of air maybe behind us. Oh, and that's well struck. Leaking a little right. Will it catch?
Oh, and that looks short.
Oh, folks. Bad mistake for Soly. Hank here. Hank has wedge with as well. No doubt he saw Soly come up short. I'd look for this one to comfortably get beyond the flag. Oh, and that's well struck. That's coming back right at it.
Oh, and a beauty there for Hank. That will be a great look for birdie. Surely Tron will be taking that one as his partner.
Tron has made his choice, right? Almost backed Curtis off of his shot. This will be some motivation here. Curtis's wedge is away. Looks like he's tugged it a little left. This might catch a piece. Yeah. Comfortably on. He'll have a birdie putt for 2.
Randy, what's Soly going to have from the drop zone there?
I've had a chance to walk this yardage off. He'll play about 58 to 60 yards. Soly has his 58-degree wedge. Correction. I'm told that's a 60-degree. Oh, good rhythm there.
Looks like a pretty good strike there from Soly.
Oh, yeah. Great shot,
That's a nice play. He should manage a 4, but I'm afraid it won't do much for him. He's drawn for his birdie pulley, too.
Boy, and this one looks good.
Oh, and he did. He did.
Gerald's done it!
Tron Carter with a birdie at the 11th. That will put the pressure firmly on Curtis to match.
No doubt helped by an excellent read from his teammate Hank.
Yeah, we hammered.
That is a birdie holy 2 for Tron. And I believe they've swung the hammer, Dennis.
What a big putt there. Now Curtis with a very important one to match. Randy, what's in this?
Not much in this.
So not only is the hammer, take, and hole on the line, but also a chance for a birdie pole here, I believe.
Oh, and he's done it.
What an answer from Curtis Luck. 2 huge putts at the first 2 holes. Unbelievable.
What a swing of events there with that big answer birdie from Curtis. Wow, Dennis, I tell you what, this action is really heating up. Back to you in the booth.
Thank you, Randy. What an amazing start from Curtis Luck on those first 2 holes. As we watch Hank here try to add a birdie pole of his own. Hard to overstate the importance of the early momentum here.
For a birdie pulley dotty.
And that one comes up just a bit short. Let's send it down to Randy.
Lots of action here at the 11th. Soly, can you run us through the dot situation?
I was mostly an observer on that hole, so Tron hit us first with the birdie pulley from the fringe there. Curtis answered with a birdie pulley as well, but Hank was close to pin off the tee, so he got the greenie dot. That's net 1 dot for Team Hank and Tron.
There you have it, Dennis. Back to you.
What an exciting start to things here at Isleworth. As a TV man, this is the kind of stuff you hope for. Incredible early putting from Curtis Luck to start the day, and as we get ready to move on to the long par 4 12th, let's send it back down to Randy, who's found an interested spectator watching the proceedings.
Well, you never know who you might run into out here at Isleworth. I've found one of the members, Mr. Ryan Ruffles, touring pro. Here at this par 5 12th, can you run us through any strategy?
Well, this is going to suit Curtis very well. He's only got to cut off the tee, and this suits the cut very, very nicely. So we're looking for Curtis to have a great hole here.
Do you think the amateurs have enough? Is there any trouble up there for them?
There is a big, big hazard there just short of the green, and we've already seen one water ball there on the 11th. So looking for maybe another one here, but we'll see if they can get through it.
And
I'm right here.
Last question.
Don't make it 2.
Last question before I get you out. Ryan, how's the family?
The family is fantastic.
Okay.
I'm not too sure how to answer that one.
Cheers. Thanks for the time.
Another fantastic interview there from Big Randy. He always seems to pull the best out of these guys. Soly's the bull here at the long par 4 12th, and when he plays against us mortals, these are the kinds of holes that he really feeds on. But that one looks to be comfortably around the corner. No problem there.
Around the corner.
Now Hank on the tee. Another beauty there from the lefty. And I got to say, I think Soly will take that one. Here's Curtis on the tee, looking to play that cut around the corner. And I think this is cutting too much. That might be OB. I think Curtis is going to have to reload here.
Wow.
And it looks like Tron has picked up Curtis here by putting one in the fairway. And now Curtis, after a great start here, is going to have to hit a provisional at the 12th. And that one finds the fairway. Let's send it down to Randy to see what he can find out about that first ball.
Curtis must have paid his dues this month. He is inbounds, and it looks like
Does it matter what order you play? Just in this game?
No, we're already here. Let's just play it.
We have
Okay,
a little bit of an overhanging limb issue.
Curtis feeling very talkative down there.
My dad would say I usually make birdies. So my dad always made the comment, birdies come from strange places, Curtis. Just particularly yours.
Well, Dennis, truth be told, I don't really know. Hey, Curtis, what do you have here?
I got a little punch draw 6-iron under the trees. Keep it low and out of the wind, and avoid the water on the left. Fortunately, with the back left flag, I've got a slope that feeds it in. So hopefully just keep it up the right side of the green and work it towards that flag.
There you have it, Dennis.
Some might call it a backstop.
Wow, fantastic insight from Curtis there on what he's trying to do with this one, and a great camera view here of what looks like an incredibly difficult position he's put himself in.
Oh, and he's cleared the immediate danger.
Sick!
He's gone long. He's gone from landscape to landscape, folks. He is going to be in the flowers up there.
Quite an adventure for Curtis there. Let's see what his partner Tron Carter has here at the 12th. They will be playing to the red flag here.
Oh, well struck.
Oh, that's fine. That's safe. That's safe. Shot. Good shot,
Safe,
partner.
middle of the green. 165 yards there to the back pin. This is an 8-iron.
Soly with just an 8-iron into this long par 4. Contact appeared to be great there, Randy. Oh, but he doesn't like it.
Well struck, just hanging out to the right. Catch a piece, but he's got a long way home for a Hogan par. Hank has 146 yards. This will be a 9-iron. Folks, a little bit of a cavalier alignment aid.
I was just about to say that, Randy. I got to be thinking we're going to be getting some phone calls on that one.
Always taking on some water, bringing it back towards the flag. This looks really good. Oh yes. He'll have, again, about 8 to 10 feet for birdie. Curtis finds himself right in the flowers. Local rule that we've learned, it's actually free drops here at Isleworth from all flower beds, so Curtis will no doubt take advantage of that. Looks like some bees are out and about today, pollinating.
Don't like these. So we're going to have to be careful with the drop because I think I'm going to be dropping this multiple times because it's going to roll over. It's too clubbing, so I'm going to...
Do you need a ruling or are you okay?
No, I'm alright. I think I'll just eventually be placing it close to the hole. So.
Very cool to see Curtis so invested in the rules of golf here. Many players would be calling in a rules official, which really tends to slow things down.
I just realised, so might have to go a bit further down before we do this.
A bit further, Curtis on the drop, a bit further. Hank here to bring it back down towards the hole. Ball's away, one hop. Oh! And he's played it off the sprinkler head.
And what an incredible break for Curtis there, playing off the sprinkler.
Oh! Folks, I think that may have been a wonderful break here at 12 for Curtis.
It's called using the course to your best advantage.
Soly here has about 60 feet. He's going to do well to two-putt this one. No doubt just looking to lag one up. Give himself about a 2-3 footer for 4. Ball's away. Curling towards the hole. Left it just short.
Not a bad effort there from Soly. Let's see what Tron can manage here after an average approach shot into this green.
We heard in Greenville Tron was a generational reader of putts. He's not reading many of his own today. He's got about 45 feet. Oh, and he's pushed it way out wide with pace. Oh, and that's a poor effort. Stay out of the water.
Wow, it took 2 of them to get that read, huh?
Hank here, about 18 feet for his birdie 3. And this putt will break towards the water a little. Oh, good stroke. It's on its way. Is it enough?
Partner!
Oh, right in the heart.
Hank Lebioda getting in on the action here at the 12th with a fantastic birdie putt.
This game's all about choosing partners. About to be 3 over.
Gosh, we're only 3 holes in, and these guys are giving us some fireworks. I got to believe he and Soly will hammer here as well.
I've just been informed Tron is popping here, so this is actually for a 4-net 3 and pulley eligible.
Go!
It's on its way. Oh, and he slid it out to the right.
Yeah, apart from that birdie putt at the last, he just looks a little lost on these greens today.
This is for a Junkman dot, though, for Curtis. Should move a little to his right.
Curtis, after missing the fairway and the green, now trying just to salvage a Junkman dot here to avoid getting blanked.
Oh, wow. A cool lip, and that's a bogey 5.
And Soly now here for his Hogan dot.
Oh, and he's done it. Hank and Soly have added another dot onto their total. Soly, what was the dot situation here?
Hole, hammer, take, Hogan, birdie, Poley. KY, 10 dots.
Bang. 10 dots, folks. Wow. Quite a swing. Dennis, Curtis and Tron are getting very much in the red. Back to you.
Well said, Randy. Yes, another huge swing here at the 12th as Curtis and Tron lose 10 dots on that Hank birdie. It was a great putt by Hank there, but really kind of a piss-poor effort by Tron and Curtis. They'll try to get back on the rails now at the 13th. Randy?
We're down here on 13T with my man Tron. Tron, before I get to you, Dennis, I just want to let you know, Hank has pushed the tees all the way back to the Tiger tees, stretching this long 5-par to its maximum length. For a quick dot update, Tron, can you read us the scores?
First of all, I don't appreciate that, Hank. We got this tree in front of the pole cut now. That's just not going to play. As far as the dots go, interesting swing there. They got 10 dots off of Curtis and I there. So Curtis is down 7. I'm down 13. Soly up 13. Hank up 7.
There you have it, folks, at home. I'd say, the action's just heating up here at Bullhammer.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Randy. We now have Hank here as the bull at the long par 5 13th, and he stretched it out to its full 558 yards, which surely is going to favor the pros here, but Tron will be getting a stroke.
Oh, that's well struck. Going left center. It should be fairway. Oh, very well struck. Curtis is taking on the big tree down the right. Oh, and he's cleared it with ease. Position A, folks.
Oh, yeah. I'm going Curtis.
Let's get him, Tron.
Well, we have a call there by Hank. He's taking Curtis early. The two pros will be going together on this long par 5 against the amateurs.
Ronaldo.
Absolutely
Yeah.
smoked
Hammer.
his tight little fade. Right down the middle. And and Soly, Dennis, they've hammered already.
Nice, Tron.
Wow.
It's been accepted.
And it's been accepted, I'm just now hearing.
Wow, and a hammer before Soly has even hit. He really likes seeing his partner out there in the fairway getting a shot.
Ball's away, that's out to the right. I don't
Train,
think it's
though.
coming
Fine.
back.
It's not deep.
The fellas say it's okay up there. We'll have to go take a look. This ball is, again, just above Tron's feet.
Just above. It's like a 4.
You know, Randy, he doesn't want to hit this one too close to the green. We saw what happened there on the first hole.
Yards out. Struck well, but it's hanging out to the right. Will that catch a piece of fairway? Oh, it has. He's left himself in a good spot to hit one of those famous peckish wedges into the green. Soly's in a spot of trouble here, up against the property boundary. Looks like he's got a full swing. Oh, he's got a lot of overhanging trees though. This is going to take his best effort to get this one back out and play.
Yeah, it looks like he'll have to do well just to make it back to the fairway here.
Good contact. Oh, and he struck a branch, and that's coming back at him.
Oh my God, I hope he's okay down there.
Oh, it looks like he may have struck a root. Oh, folks, this is definitely a storyline to keep an eye on. Much better look. Oh, that sounded shanky.
Wow, we don't see that much from Soly. The wheels may be coming
Not
off
great,
here.
Folks, I think his wrist might be bothering him. Here at the house of Tiger Bill, he may need to pop that bone back into place. Dennis, back to you.
Certainly a developing situation here as Chris Solomon seems to have struck his hand on a root to get his ball, trying to get his ball back in play here at the 13th. You can see it right there in the replay as he makes contact. And then he stepped up and cold shanked the next one. Certainly not the way he was hoping to approach this par 5. Let's check in on how the pros are looking for their approach shot.
Curtis has 252 into the center of the green here. That's pulled 3-wood. Wind slightly in and out of the right.
Just a reminder here, they'll be playing to the back white flag here.
Well struck. Now it's turning left. Will it hang on? Oh, it's missed the green to the left. Looks like it's held on the hillside though. Hank's got 266 into the green. He also has a 3-wood.
This looks like a real comfortable number here for Hank.
Oh, that's well struck. That's right at it. It's got to get up a little. Oh, will it release back to that back flag? Will stay a little short, but well struck. He'll have a putt for eagle there. Soly has 162 to that back flag. This will be an 8-iron. The wind is completely down at the moment.
Oh, gross.
Oh, and that is skanky. That will run off to the right and down the side. Folks, the wrist really looks to be bothering him. This is something we got to keep an eye on. That sucked. Tron's avoided the pecky wedge territory. He has 116 back to that back flag, a bit uphill as well. Oh, good rhythm there, well struck. Hanging out a little to the right. He's asking for it to get up.
Oh, no, that's not an easy two-putt.
It's going to stay below the folks. That's going to be a long putt there. But he's on the green.
Just a reminder here, Tron is getting a shot, so he'll have 2 putts for his net birdie Randy, sounds like you got something down there for us.
I had a chance to talk with Soly on the walk up. It's really not his wrist. It's his grips. He's complaining about the moisture on his hands. It's a very hot and humid day here in Central Florida. It's a bit whiny, if I'm being honest. He needs to figure it out.
Wow, fascinating intel there, Randy. Whiny does definitely seem like the right word. If we take another look, I mean, these grips must really be in Soly's head because that wasn't even close. I guess we'll see how he handles it. It really shouldn't be an issue with this next shot around the green.
Ball sitting up nicely. This will be a relatively straightforward pitch. Ball's in the air. He's played it higher than I would have expected. It's released out to about 8 feet. He'll have that left for his bogey 6. Curtis will be playing here from the left side of the green. It's shaved down grass. It should be a nice lie for him. Oh, he's hit it a bit hard. Will it stop? And it just releases a little bit. He's probably looking at 15 feet here for his birdie.
Kind of a surprising miss there for Curtis. Let's go over to Tron Carter putting for 4 net 3.
This putt will be all about pace, folks. There's a good 6-foot swale here, about 2/3 of the way to the hole. Putt's on the way. He's giving it a good knock out to the right. Oh, and it's not coming back. Oh, it's running a good 12 feet by.
It's so distracting.
Wow, they're taking a couple of shots at you there, big guy.
Be a professional. Hey, be a professional.
Folks,
No book or anything to cover your mouth with?
I'm taking a little bit of barrel fire here from our competitors. It's a little disappointing, quite frankly. We're just out here trying to throw them a little bit of coverage, and this is what we get.
Wow, folks, an amazing lack of discipline from our amateurs there who apparently have let Randy's commentary get in their heads. Let's take another look here and see if we can pick up what Tron Carter was saying here.
It's running a good 12 feet by.
It's so distracting.
Folks,
No book or anything to cover your mouth with?
So clearly these guys are unraveling a bit after a couple less than stellar shots, and even with the stroke here at the 13th, they may have put Hank back in the driver's seat.
protecting the hole. It's on its way. Oh, it's got to climb. Now it's got to release. Oh, touch of class there. It looks like it's going to be a gimme 4 for Hank and another birdie. Good stroke, ball's away. Tracking. Oh, and it's just held out to the right. This is 5 for 4 to tie the hole. I had a chance to look at it. It looks nothing more than right edge. Oh, looks like a little bit of a pull. That
was well struck.
I agree to disagree there.
So really kind of a lack of mental fortitude by our amateurs there at the 13th as they just got taken to the woodshed by Hank's birdie. Hank here has picked up dots for his hammer, take, hole, birdie, Hogan, and an NLU dot for hitting the green in 2 shots. We'll see if the amateurs can regain some composure at the 14th, where we're back to the order and Curtis will be the bull. And Randy, it looks like he's shortening this hole way up.
Folks, the full variability of bullhammer on display. Curtis has moved the tee all the way forward on this par 4, making the hole about 260, 270 yards to the flag. Curtis, run me through this decision real quick.
Yeah, I just feel like getting aggressive on this one. I feel like this could be a chance for me if I hit a perfect shot here to go lone wolf on this one, or lone bull, I should say. So we'll see what happens. I'll play my tee shot and see if I feel like picking any partners up.
I'm just getting word we have moved up to $2 dots now. Dennis, back to you in the booth.
That's a very cool explanation from Curtis there. We've seen some great golf so far, but not many fireworks on the dots. We haven't even seen any lone bull situations yet that's where things tend to get really wild. Hopefully this will be the case here at the 14th, although driver seems like a lot for a 260-yard hole down there, Randy.
The yardage I received earlier was actually in meters, which, if I'm being brutally honest, I don't really know how that translates to yards. It seems about the same. The ball's away. And it's played a fade. It's moving right. It's off the green. Looks like up by a little
Not very
tree
good with
area.
that flag.
I don't think he's happy with it. Tricky Tron, aka Trust Fund Tron, how to play.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Wow, Randy, we may be adding Rabbit Ears Tron to that list of nicknames.
Folks, he's driven the ball spectacularly all day today. Oh, and he's queefed it. Oh, it's the patented miss under pressure. This is what he's talked about.
That could be OB.
We're hearing it might be OB.
Wow, that is a shot that just lingers in his arsenal. You just heard him refer to it as the queef monster, and it's a shot that just kind of it's not good. It's not good. Hopefully he can find it off the next tee.
He's got big. Well struck the ball. It's just not coming back. But he's hung that one out to the right. It should be down kind of where Curtis's ball ended up. We'll have to see about those lies. Not the greatest place to miss up here. Now the tee is all Hank's.
Well, this puts Hank in a very interesting situation here, Randy's. He could find himself in a spitback situation if he hits a good one here.
Absolutely, Dennis. I think if Hank hits a good one here, he will refuse Curtis's offer of partnership and go it alone at 2 times the dots. This is pretty good up the left side. This may catch a piece of the green. Curtis is giving me a signal. It's probably missed left.
Taking it?
Yeah, I'm taking Hank.
Okay.
Interesting decision
Now,
out for
what's this?
Hank.
If you want
I
to,
could say
go
fuck you.
alone. So if you want to spit him back, you have to go
And then you're playing against all of us.
3 times dots against all 3 of us.
Yes. Yeah, I'm doing that. Y'all are
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
But you got to spit it. Done.
You Curtis.
Hell yeah.
Moment of candor here, folks. This could be a pivotal moment in our bullhammer match. Hank has spit back Curtis's partnership and is now going alone at 3 times the dots. I said earlier too, it is 3 times the dots.
So an absolutely huge moment here. Pivotal decision by Hank to spit back Curtis and go it alone here at 14. And of course, an apology for some of that language that our microphones seem to have picked up there. These guys are competitors. They can run pretty hot when the going gets tough. It looks like Tron Card will be the first to play down at 14.
I believe he's got a 9-iron, just looking to play this low under the overhanging Spanish moss. He'll do well to hold the green. That's struck hard. I believe that's going to be a bit heavy across the green. He'll be playing from 3 from there. He's drawn himself a very nice lie. He's going to open his stance, open that blade. Hank is celebrating visibly in the background. That's a terrible, shitty effort by Curtis there.
Yeah, a shitty effort indeed there, Randy. Let's take a look from the blimp to see just how short that thing was. Yeah, it's a tough shot, but that's not even close from Curtis there. And again, that puts Hank in the driver's seat.
This is his 3rd shot now. Release down to the hole. He'll have about 6 feet left for his par.
And a pretty nice recovery there for Curtis. It looks like Tron is going to try to putt this one from well off the green.
Well, Dennis, I think it's his only play, seeing how he hits his chips. He's got to deal with a pretty gnarly green complex. He struck it hard. It will climb and over. Now he's got to hope for a little bit of help, and he has missed the green deep. Not a bad effort from there. Just a really tough play with the putter. Dennis, back to you.
Well, that looks to be a couple of bullets dodged here for Hank at the 14th. It'll depend what Soly's able to do from what looks like a pretty shit lie over there.
Good contact. Oh, and it just came up a couple feet short. Oh my, that would have been very good. Now he's left with a diabolical downhill shot. There's just no way he can get that in 3, I don't think.
Well, as long as Hank doesn't fall asleep here, it looks like he should be able to coast to a win in a 3x multiplier here.
Dennis, I'd say Hank is in the catbird seat here going alone. He's got an uphill look for 2. He's going to add to his bank account here, I think. Be for 2 for Hank. Straight up the ridge again. It's got to move a little to his right. Again, I think he's looking to get something in that 2 to 3 foot range. Ball's away. It's climbing. It's going to settle. Oh, just maybe a little outside the comfort zone. He's going to have a good 5 feet there.
That's going to be a tester for birdie there, Randy.
Soly here for his 3. Very important for the team. He's just got to bleed this one onto the green. Now the slope should take it. It should move left. Is it enough? I can't believe that ball stopped short, Dennis.
Yeah, we've seen these guys just really struggle with the speed of the greens today.
Important strategic play here. Tron is actually going to put the flag back in to put the Offner Rattler in play. He's got a 3-wood, but I have no idea why. Ball's away. Just a little heavy. It'll slide on past.
Yeah, maybe just a little too clever by half there for Tron, and it does look like Hank has dodged all the birdie chances here so far.
Do I want to hammer?
I mean, assuming if you feel confident that you're not going to 3-putt that, I would hammer.
I
All right, we'll take.
Nice. Now, does everyone take, or you take?
Pretty good
everyone?
display of sportsmanship there by Soly coaching young Hank through this moment. Hank has hammered. It's been taken. This for a birdie 3 to win the hole and collect a lot of dots.
Yeah, Randy, this is where even these pros can tighten up with nerves. There's a lot of dots we're talking about here.
It's away. Oh, and it's just slid by on the high side. Oh, I can't believe it, folks. That is a par 4 now. It makes some important putts here from Curtis and Soly. Ball's away and it's diving. Oh, and he's missed it on the lower side. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of there, Dennis.
Wow, very unexpected after that start, and really just a shitty bogey by Curtis there. So it all comes down to Soly, who needs to save par for the team.
Huge. Oh, Ramsden.
Huge.
Damn.
God, that is a big
Clutch.
Thank you.
Kiss.
And that is a massive par save there for Soly. He hasn't contributed much recently, but that is going to be a big one there as we head to the 15th.
Here at the 15th, it's a par 3. About 200 yards today for the competitors, maybe more like 210 to the back flag. Tron has brought the group back to the Tiger tees. He has stretched the hole to its full capacity. It will be a first look at the ever-popular Sexwood.
And what a thrill it is to see that club in action. It's a strong 7-wood that the guys in the Callaway truck have been able to bend between a 6 and a 7, hence the nickname the Sexwood. It's a great idea, but frankly, he doesn't really hit it all that well.
Hard. Yeah, that'll be well short there for Tron. Just not great contact. Seemingly, this will be a 3-iron for Soly. Also has put on the rain glove. Let's see how he keeps a handle on his grips here. Still thin as hell. He might get away with it, folks. That's got to. Oh, it won't climb up the ridge. That will settle just about 15 yards short of the green. Terrible contact still. He's fighting through that moisture problem. This will be a 4-iron for Hank. He's going to look to play it out to the left and draw it back. Oh, he struck it well. It's starting out left of the flag. Oh, and it's coming back right to it. Folks, if this is the number, it's going to be very good. Oh, that is an excellent shot. That looks no more than 6 feet. And Tron has jumped on that shot. It will be Tron and Hank this hole.
Certainly no surprise there as Tron has paired up with Hank, but we're actually just getting word that Hank has spit back again and will be going alone for the second time in as many holes. Let's see if Curtis can answer here.
Curtis is due for a good one. Motivational juices have to be flowing. That is well struck. That is holding its line right at the flag. This looks to release back to the hole. Oh, very good shot. I think he's going to have about 20 feet for his birdie. Dennis, back to you.
Thanks, Randy. A couple of good shots by our pros there, but let's see if our amateurs can make a little noise here and try to stay relevant.
He's got a delicate little pitch shot. This is one that has caused him a spot of bother in the past. It looks like he's going to hit the mega flop. His eyes have been dancing with backstop possibilities up by the green.
Randy, I really don't like this play, but you have to respect the confidence.
Oh, and he's caught a flyer, folks. That is deep, and I don't think it's play. Oh, it's bouncing.
Oh my God.
It's trying to come back. Not good there from young Tron.
Randy, what in the hell just happened with that one?
Dennis, honestly, I don't know. You know, there's some shots you wish you could unsee, and I think that was one of them. I think that was the anti-pec swing from young Tron there.
Well, that is really not what Soly wanted to see before this chip.
He's got a pretty straightforward pitch here. Well struck. Let's see if it releases back. Oh, folks, this looks good. Oh, and that was well played. He'll tap in for his par 3. I think he really needs to make this to give Hank something to think about.
His partner is in with a comfy 3, so I would expect Curtis is really going to give this one a run.
Putt's on its way. He's played it out to the left. Oh, and it just slips by on the left side. That'll be a par 3 for Curtis. And now Hank has a very good birdie look to really put some damage on the other guys. This is for his birdie too. Putt's on the way, and yes, there was never a doubt. Oh, folks, that is a big moment here in our bullhammer game. Soly, let me get you in here. Let the viewers at home know what just happened.
That was a whole hammer wasabi greeny birdie for Mr. Lebioda there. That's a lot of trouble for us. 5 dots times 3 from each of us. That's $15 from each of us.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the dots now are worth $2. Is that right?
You did just correct me that he actually won $30 from each of us. So a $90 hole for Mr. Lebioda. Thank you for the old auditor in you coming out.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Thank you for your time. Good luck the rest of the way.
It's been a lot of my time, but thank you.
Folks, I will say this. Hank is in charge, but 2 things I think we need to keep an eye on. One, the low man in Wolf can set the dot value at the last 2 holes, so that's something to keep an eye on. And, you know, Tron is not comfortable until he's down 200. He's getting into that territory, so we'll see what comes out of him here the rest of the way.
Really fantastic reporting down there, Randy. As always, it looks like Hank has absolutely taken control of this match with 3 holes to play. Looks like the boys have a bit of a wait down there in the 16th tee. Randy, what's the mood down there?
Oh, yeah. Just doing a bit of off-course research.
Well, it looks like the big guy's having no problems killing the delay down there. Looks like the green is clear, and let's send it down to the 16th.
We find ourselves here at the Chase tee box. It's going to be playing about 275 yards. I think it's going to be in the go zone for our guys. Here's Soly with driver. And he's hit it well, but it's out to the right. Oh, it's going a little further right. That is going to find itself potentially in some trouble. I think it will be in bounds, but he's not going to like it.
270 yards, Randy. What's Hank got down there?
He's actually got 3-wood. He's well-worn 3-wood. Oh, and he's flushed it. It's going to be just right of the flag. He's going to need a bounce. Oh, yeah, it looks like it might be up and on.
Oh, it's right on the back edge.
Oh, there we go.
I'll take that.
Hank's got his foot on the gas. It is full steam ahead.
No.
Boy, Hank is playing as good as Soly is bad, and that is another dominant shot right there. Luckily, Soly was able to cling to Hank here and grab him as his partner, and Hank did not spit back, so it will be Hank and Soly. It looks like Curtis is going to try to take a little something off a driver here.
Oh, he started it to the left and bringing it back. This is a great line. If it's a right yard.
No, short.
Oh, it looks like just short. I think it's going to be in the bunker. Man, that looked good in the air for a long time. Tron's pull driver. He also, if you'll notice, he's got his buff on top of his head now. This ball's away. That started out to the right and coming back. That's on a really good line if it's enough. I think this is probably good. Yeah, I think he's caught the bunker as well. I think advantage Soly and Lebioda going up to the green complex.
Randy, you've made your way up there. Does Soly have any kind of shot here?
Yeah, Dennis, he's actually drawing a pretty good lie. I don't think these branches will be much of an issue. It's got to get up. Oh, he's left it short.
Gosh, from bad to worse for Soly there. I haven't seen him play like this for maybe ever.
Can't help but wonder if the hands maybe slipped a bit there through impact. We'll have to check after the round.
Now let's go to Tron, who's really just trying to hit the green with one of these wedges.
Ball. Oh, you know what?
Stop.
A little long, but if
You can
I'm
putt that. That's just as,
Dennis, if I'm
it's not
being
that
honest,
different,
that wasn't that bad of a move. Back to you.
I agree with you, partner. That seemed like a step in the right direction for Tron's chipping, but you got to think him and Curtis are going to need to conjure a birdie here to match Hank. Let's see what Soly's got left down there.
He'll be playing his third shot. This is a delicate little pitch. He's going to have to land short and let it release. Oh, he got a lot of spin on it. That checks up. He'll have about 4 or 5 feet for his par.
Obviously very pleased with himself there.
Playing the game, baby.
Tron himself. Oh, that's just a really nice You know, Dennis, I just love his rhythm with those little chip shots. It's just very classy.
Well, hammer.
He's left himself about 4 feet, and I just heard Soly say he and Hank will hammer.
Certainly a smart hammer there with Hank in the catbird seat trying to make an eagle.
Feeling himself a little bit after that nice pitch to this point. Has the wedge again. He's gonna try to bump it. Yeah, that's a well-executed shot.
No.
Coming down to the hole. Has he done it?
Do it!
Oh, and it slides just right. What a shot there by Tron. That will be a par 4 for him.
Very cool to see the confidence from Tron there to take wedge and play a proper shot there.
Hank, if you chip this and leave the pin in, it's Rattler Offner eligible.
But what if I just make this?
Well, sure, you can make it for an eagle too. That's always. I mean, you can make it by chipping it too, right?
No, you're right, Big Randy. I'm going to stick with the putter.
Okay.
The 2 inches of fringe, I think.
I'll go f myself. Folks, he's been putting the ball just beautifully today. Very rhythmic stroke. It's a nice one too. The putt's on its way. Murdy's left it short. Yeah. Solid. Just not enough pace there. But you know what? A comfortable 3, and that's going to put the pressure on Curtis to make this. This will be for Soly's 4.
So a very comfy birdie for Hank there as Soly tries to convert his Junkman, and he does. That will put even more pressure on this birdie putt for Curtis Luck.
Junkman dot for Team Soly and Lebioda here at the 16th.
And he converts.
Wonderful stroke there by Curtis. Very nice up and down for his 3.
So great matching birdies by our pros there at the 16th. Let's take a look at the scores as we head down to the very important par 5 17th. Now, knowing Tron, I think he's going to relish being in this last spot. Remember that on these last 2 holes, the player in last place does get to go first and does get to set the bet. Tron typically thrives in this spot, and for more on that, let's send it down to Big Randy.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. As you said, you can't help but wonder if Tron has intentionally played himself into this position. He will be the bull here on the 17th. It's a par 5. Very interesting hole. In spots like these, he has tended to do some illogical stuff. No doubt he's going to set a very ignorant value for the dots. I wouldn't even be shocked if he went alone here and just absolutely got his dick pushed in. We'll see. Back to you.
Thank you, Randy. Well, buckle up, folks. These last 2 holes are going to be interesting. Let's listen in and see what Tron has cooked up here.
Tron, set the dollar amount for the 17th hole.
Let's go $10.
Holy! Tron and I are popping here.
Yeah.
Well, Randy, you called it there.
Well, like we speculated, he has indeed set a ridiculous dollar amount. The dots are worth 10. Look at the chase tee box. He's going to be looking to cut a little off this dog. I'm sorry. Guys, I apologize.
That's serious now.
That's my fault, Mr. Carter. Please play away.
Oh, good ball.
Oh, and he's roped it. Yeah, it's an aggressive line. Right over the corner of this dog leg. I think he's really going to like that. Nice shot from Mr. Carter. Dennis, back to you.
Thank you, Randy. And, well, as you called, Tron throws out a big number to try to make up that deficit, and he backs it up by finding the fairway. He is the bull. Let's see how the others react to the high number. It looks like Curtis has taken less than driver here.
Well struck again on an aggressive line. I think he likes it. So that's aggressively around the corner. There you go. Todd has indeed taken Curtis. He was asking if he liked this hole.
Randy, I think he just said he forgot Soly is popping. That may be a huge mistake on this reachable par 5. Although, of course, Soly doesn't have his best stuff today.
Oh, and he's mashed it.
All right, things are really heating up here at Isleworth. Let's take just a quick commercial break while we've got a second.
Hey, Randy, where are those towels, man? We got a new shipment in. Hey, the merch czar here to tell you about a little place I like to call the NLU Pro Shop. Store.nolayingup.com. We've got towels, we've got hats, we've got tees, we've got more. And it's all priced to move. You know what? We've got great big dreams, but you know what else we have? Great customers. That's you. So get to the NLU Pro Shop while supplies last. Randy, where are those damn towels?
This just a moment ago while we were in commercial, we had one camera still rolling. They captured a couple of absolutely spectacular shots into the 17th green by Curtis Luck playing first here, as well as Hank Lebioda. A couple of great looks for eagle for the boys there. Well, Randy, this will really test Tron's newfound confidence with the wedges around the green.
He's going to look to play this one into the bank, have it hop on and release towards the hole. Well struck, it's got to climb. Oh, that did not climb. That is going to settle down in the Valley of Sin. Tron may have outthought himself on that one. Climb, okay. Safely over, working down towards the hole. He will be laying 4, net 3. Remember, he pops. Soly now for his third. He pops as well. This is net 2. That's a well-played chip shot, funneling down to the hole. Oh, well judged there. He'll have 5 feet for his net eagle.
Yeah, and that's what we were worried about there, Randy. That could be a tap-in net eagle for Soly on this short par 5. That really puts a ton of pressure on Tron's partner, Curtis, to try to make an eagle here. But before we get there, we have Hank for an eagle look here as well.
It's going to be quick, moving down the hill. A little bit to his left at the cup.
Randy, this looks pretty good.
Hank the tank! Woo! Hammer! Wow, folks. Hank has come to play today. What a swing of events. Oh, Curtis looked like he was in the catbird seat. And now he's going to have to make this just a tie.
Has he answered? He has!
He's answered. What a putt there, folks.
Nice putt. Nice putt.
Thanks for coming. Perfect human being.
What a couple of haymakers thrown there. Matching eagles for Curtis and Hank at the 17th. These guys have really golfed their balls today and given these viewers here at Isleworth everything that they have. As Tron tries to add a pulley here.
Bang!
Yes, and they've added a $10 dot for the pulley.
Randy, this is some golf we're seeing here. And now Soly has a chance to add a birdie net eagle here at the 17th.
That moved a lot.
Now that whipped across the hole. A sneaky little turn of events there with Team Carter and Team Luck adding a junk dot onto the card. We go to the 18th. Dennis, back to you.
Well, what else is there to say about the golf we've seen here today? We saw a fast start from Curtis Luck. We saw Hank Lebioda answer back with a couple of well-timed lone wolf calls. And now we have these matching eagles at the 17th. This has really been something to watch here, just to see these guys go at it. Randy, what's going through these guys' minds right now?
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. We have a bit of wait here prior to 18. Have a chance to catch up here with Hank. Hank, run me through the emotions, one of making that eagle putt, but then seeing Curtis answer right on top of you. What's that swing of emotions like?
I mean, best way to describe it is just the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows. You know, it was heartbreaking to see Curtis make that putt, but hey, he's a good player. Good players are going to make good shots, so got to tip my hat and go win this hole.
Absolutely. Soly, speak to me about just the match at large. Has it lived up to your expectations? Anything that surprises you?
Yeah, my contributions have been bigger than I would have imagined there. I think I gave Hank a nice your hole pardsy before he hit that putt, which I think is what really helped tip the scales there for him to make that putt. Very impressed. I think we're on, I don't know if we talk about it yet, but we're on 29 watch here with Hank going into the final hole here. So looking forward to seeing what happens.
There you go, Dennis. Back to you.
Incredible poise there from Hank. He obviously no sign of nerves there as he's playing with the lead. As Soly mentioned, a birdie at the last would be a 29 for Hank on this side, which is some serious playing around this golf course. Randy, it looks like you've caught up with our other two players as well.
Yeah, I ran into Curtis and Tron here. Boys, how we doing today? A little bit of a sweat, huh?
It's a bit toasty out here.
Yeah.
Randy?
Yeah. Hey, Curtis, tell me about that putt, man. How important was that?
I just had to get creative and use my imagination, and fortunately, I guess that's my artistic side. You know, I really saw that curve and I just went with it, and fortunately it went in.
Yeah, ball was hanging up there, really riding kind of towards the wave. Does that harken back to any of your wake surfing days?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, I spend a lot of time out there. It's, you know, I'm pretty much doing golf as a hobby now, which is, it takes up a fair bit of my time, but
It's a little liberating. Right?
Yeah, eventually I plan on going back to wake surfing because, truly that's what I'm best at.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us today. It means a lot. Tron?
I needed that one.
Yeah, you did. You
I needed that one. That would have
You got yourself a pulley there?
No, I needed that one from Curtis. That was big. I'm not investing wisely for the most part.
And that's a good point. Run me through that decision to pick Curtis and leave Soly on the board, popping on that last hole.
Well, I have no confidence in Soly whatsoever, especially after that bladed or shanked, whatever you want to call it, chip that I think you were up close and personal with.
Yeah.
A few holes ago. That rattled me.
What do you have to say about the late club change on that chip back there? Because
I
think from my view it really didn't work out. But what do you have to say about that?
I think it's kind of a disgrace that you let me do it. I asked you for confirmation. You were,
yeah, it was a bad call from me. I shouldn't have let you do it. I mean, only true rookies and poor amateurs chip with 7 irons these days. So I guess we're just classing you in that field.
Hey man, you gotta work with what you got.
Yeah.
We're just all out here trying to do the best we can.
Some raw emotion coming from this cart, Dennis. Curtis appears to be falling on the sword there for Tron's decision making on 17. We'll see how this plays out on the next one. Back to you.
Well, certainly some interesting insight into the dynamic of those two as we head to the last here at Isleworth. Tron will again have the tee, but the deficit is shrinking after that last hole. The 18th is a demanding hole here at Isleworth, so it'll be interesting to see what tees Tron goes with here, Randy.
Tron has elected to play the Tiger tees here on the closer here at Isleworth. We are going to stretch this hole out to its full yardage. I believe we're playing to the red flag. Dot values remain the same, $10. Back to you.
Well, there you have it. Tron hasn't gone the safe route at any point today, and he is not going to start now. It'll be the back tees on 18 for $10 dots, and it is Tron's tee.
Oh, Tron started down the left side. It's coming back a little bit. Well struck.
That's fine.
Just through the fairway, but that's going to be fine for Tron. Good play, good angle here into the green. He's going to look to take on the bunkers, protecting the dog leg. Starts this on a good line. Asking for it to go. Oh, yeah. He's found the fairway. Great shot there from Curtis. Excellent. He's going to be in position A. Soly strikes. Oh, and he's flushed it right down the middle.
Wow.
He loves it. Twirls for the girls. Yeah, that is right in the middle of the fairway.
Could we be looking at a spit back here?
$10 dots.
Great shot there by Soly, and as no surprise, Tron will take him as his partner. Both players will be stroking here on the long finishing par 4.
Balls away. Oh, yeah, it's drawn. Another great shot here. He's found the fairway, and he'll have a great look at the green. 4 good balls here on the 18th. Back to you, Dennis.
Well, it'll be the pros against the Joes here on the 18th with both Tron and Soly popping and both in play. You have to like their chances here. Tron's ball just missed the fairway. Randy, what's he going to be dealing with down there?
Dennis, I'm afraid the ball's sitting down a bit here for Tron. About 220 in. He's going to do well to get his wood on the back of this ball. It's going to test all his skill here.
Andy, your yard has been it's like 260. Just off all day, man.
How long is it?
Got like 260 with the flag.
Oh, I was saying in meters. It's meters. I'm going to try to cut this ball. Pretty clean contact. He's going to ask for it to run. And we'll chase up, yeah. I think from his lie there, Dennis, I think that's about the best he could do. That's a nice play there from Tron. About 225 yards. Hank's got himself a 4-iron. Headed to the back, white flag. Oh, he's caught it well. It's out to the left. Trying to draw it back to the right. I think he's left it out just a little. He has caught the green. That ball will work down a bit towards the hole. He is on the putting surface. Soly now, very even lie. He's got 225 with a 4-iron. Looks, he has the rain glove on. We'll see if the glandular issue flares back up here. Oh, clean contact, ball's away. He's left it out to the left, and it's actually drawing a little bit. This is going to miss the green to the left. Remember, he is popping, so he will be lying net one. Oh, clean contact. Ball's away. Headed towards the middle of the green. He's giving this one a long look. Oh yeah, he'll catch the middle and funnel back towards that back hole. He's wondering where that ended up. I think they'll be okay. Maybe 20 feet left for his birdie.
Well, I don't even know how it's not come down. Like, it's like that whole thing's a slope there. God!
Really well struck.
Kidding me?
Folks, you may have heard some cuss words there from Curtis. We apologize for that. Our mics are a little hot today. Tron brought a wedge and his putter with him. I don't think this was ever in doubt there, Dennis.
Yeah, I mean, this is putter all day in a moment like this.
Right down in here. Come look at
He's going to go have a look at this one. This is very important. Tron's over it. The putt's away.
Sit.
He's asking for it to sit. You know, all in all, not a bad leave right there. He'll have about 10 feet for his net birdie.
Got to think the putter was the play here for Tron. Let's see if his partner can nestle one close in for a net birdie.
Just on the fringe. And let it die down the bank. He's carried it a bit longer than he'd like. Just tough to spin it on that downslope. That's gonna leave him a good 15-20 feet there for his net birdie. Hank now for his birdie attempt. This is going to take a lot of slope early. Should release to the hole and then work back to his left. Oh, this looks really good, Dennis. Go! Really good. Oh, and it will stop just short. A tremendous effort from Hank. But that will be a par 4.
Man, what a day of golf for him today. Spectacular stuff. Let's see if Curtis can put some pressure on the boys with his birdie putt here at the 18th.
This one will be a quick putt. Again, this is for birdie. Very important putt in this bullhammer game. Would force Tron or Soly to make their putt. Putt's away. He struck it nicely. He's asking for it to turn. Oh, and it's just missed on the high side. What a run. A great effort there from Curtis.
So it's a couple of Hogan pars here for the pros at the 18th, and it is clear what Soly and Tron have to do here. One of these needs to drop, or these guys are going to lose their asses on the 18th hole.
Soly now for his 4 net 3. This would win the hole for he and Tron. This putt's going to move a bit to his right by the hole. It's a good stroke. Oh, and it just hung out. You know what, Dennis? I think that ball actually was working back to the left. I did not see that at all.
Yeah, that's a tough read down there, big guy. I understand the hammer has been thrown by Soly and Tron and accepted by Curtis.
I just had a chance to get in behind there and look at this putt. It's relatively straight, though. I think there's a touch of left in it. I would start this right edge.
So it's all going to come down to Tron Carter here. His putting has been wildly inconsistent today. He's just hoping for those correct brain synapses to just fire one more time.
Back and through, the ball's on the way.
Toronto!
Woo!
I've just lost $300.
What a putt. We've seen it time and again from Tron. He gets himself in these holes early, and he just finds a way to wriggle out, and he did it again today. Let's take another look at this one. Really good stroke there from Tron, and this thing just never lost its line. That'll save him and Soly a boatload of cash, and like it often does in this game, despite a lot of fireworks, things have netted out to pretty close to even to finish the day. Hank has still emerged a narrow victor, and he's standing by right now with Randy.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. I'm joined here by Hank Lebioda on the 18th. Despite some theatrics there from Tron, you actually emerged today the overall big winner. Talk to me about your first game of Bullhammer. How'd it go?
Well, first, I don't want to throw it too much on Tron. I'd like to actually throw it on Curtis, being a idiot and taking that hammer and just accepting it and taking money out of my pocket when I had full confidence in Tron to make that putt. I mean, he'd been rolling it well. That putter he's been using apparently, quote unquote, is hot. No idea if that's true or not, but I liked what I've seen from him today, and I thought he was going to make it, but my partner went kind of behind my back and accepted that hammer, and that's $10 I could have had right there.
Yeah, you hate to see a lack of communication play a part here on the 18th. $79. Do you have any plans to use your new proceeds towards anything?
Yeah, I'm getting married, so I think that $79 would be well spent going to the wedding fund. I think Mary and I may be able to do something really special with it. Maybe start putting it towards our honeymoon or something. I think we can get somewhere good with that.
Well, congratulations. Best of luck to you and your fiance. Appreciate your time. And with that, Dennis, we'll throw it back to you in the tower.
Well, a heartfelt congratulations to Hank and Mary from all of us here at No Laying Up. It was a well-deserved win from him today. And the player who came out on the losing end today, despite an early flurry of birdies, was actually Curtis Luck, and he's nice enough to give a moment to Randy as well.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. Had a chance to catch up with today's big loser, Curtis. Curtis, I know the emotions are raw. It's tough right now. Talk to me about your emotions.
Well, with Hank playing so good, and I just didn't step up to the plate today. I'm really unhappy with the direction my golf's going. It's just so disappointing, to lose to Hank, and then obviously lose to Tron and Soly. It's a disgrace, really.
It is a disgrace. We talked to Hank. He kind of threw you under the bus for taking that hammer before Tron's final putt. Can you just walk me through the decision-making process there?
Yeah, I bad error in judgment. I didn't see Tron holding that, but his nickname, I guess, on the streets is Clutch Tron. So I should have seen it coming. Unfortunately, I betted against it and it didn't pay off. Sometimes, you get your money back and sometimes you don't. And unfortunately this time it's not worked out.
Last question. I know this is a tough time. Where do we go from here? What's next?
I think this could mark the days of my, the end of my golfing hobby. I think this might be going back to wake surfing from now, I just don't know if I can handle failure anymore, considering I'm such a world-class wake surfer. So I think I'm just going to have to go back to winning in that sport.
Wow, some powerful words there from Curtis. Obviously, a lot going on in his mind, and certainly some things that he's going to have to decide and work through. Dennis, it's a bleak scene down here. I will throw it back to you.
Well, Randy, you hate to see it end on a note like that, but a great interview as always with Curtis, still reeling from that big swing on the 18th. Well, it was a wild ending, but we want to thank all of you for joining us here at Isleworth Country Club for our first episode of No Laying Up's Wild World of Golf. And of course, a special thanks to all of our participating players today. Until next time, I'm Dennis Piehowski saying cheers from all of us here at No Laying Up.